What's good, people? It's about that time to randomly relate reverse rants, no hate. Now, I want to play this little clip with Anthony Joshua, and then I'm going to elaborate on that, and I'm going to get into something else.
Full well the two fights that the fans want to see you involved in, AJ, with both Wilder and Fury. Firstly, Deontay, I had a couple of things to say last week. As I see, they're already making up, this is your camp, by the way, as I see, they're already making up excuses, and then he's going to knock you out in devastating fashion. How would you respond to those two?
To be honest, this is the first time I'm talking about Deontay Wilder. I haven't spoken about Deontay Wilder. Sorry about that, maybe.
It's not Deontay Wilder, is it?
Yeah, silence Deontay Wilder. But this is the first time I'm talking about Wilder, so I don't know what excuses he thinks I'm making. I'm a throwback fighter. Check the resume. I've been in with all of them. The new school, the old school, and there's still a lot more to do. I'm fighting a great fighter in Usyk. I'll fight them all. So Wilder's just another one in the pecking order. No problem. So I don't know what excuses he's talking about. And, you know, talk is cheap. It's the cheapest thing to buy on earth is talk. I'm an elite level fighter. I'm not one of those tomato cans he's knocked out. So you better watch what he's saying and, you know, have a reality check, because when they come to me and him to face, I know what I'm capable of doing. That's all that matters at the end of the day. I can say all of this, but I just know who I am, and that's all that matters.
You said that you're an elite level fighter. Will his place as an elite level fighter be in question if he loses for a second time to Tyson Fury?
He ain't an elite level fighter. He ain't an elite level fighter, in my opinion. He's good. It's heavyweights. So they always know one punch can change the course of a fight. But I've never, ever seen in the heavyweight division of a fighter going to war with one weapon in his arsenal, which is what they say is his right hand. But when you get to top level, trust me, that don't last anymore. That don't work. So as we've seen now with certain fights of elite level fighting, he struggles at top level. And there's a lot more of us waiting for that opportunity as well to kick his ass. So yeah, he's going to struggle when he comes to fight people like myself and other heavyweights.
And having said that, do you expect Tyson Fury to beat him again then in July?
If I'm honest, I don't know. I don't mind. Fury, Wilder, bring them both. You know, so I'm not taking sides, is what I'm trying to say. They're both enemies of mine, and I want to slay them both with the same energy. So honestly, good luck to both of them. Whichever one wins, I'll be seeing them soon.
So talking of seeing them,
now there's a lot of videos surfacing right now, and you know, the thing is, I saw this video a couple of days ago. I think that the day that I saw it, it was posted that day. Okay, let me tell y'all something. I've heard people just tell a bunch of lies, man, and say that the AJ made a video and just verbally attacking Wilder for no reason and all this crap, and ain't nobody saying that, there's no double standard. First off, that's a lie. AJ was asked a question, okay? And the guy made it known to AJ what Wilder said about him, okay? And he's like, I don't know what lies he's talking about. Excuses he's talking about. Y'all just heard what AJ said, okay? Here's the thing. Because Deontay Wilder fans, his minions, have a mind of servitude, they think everybody's supposed to. You can't say that about King Wilder. You can't say that. No. First off, AJ answered like a man's supposed to. Like he said, he need to watch his mouth. I'm not one of them, tomato cans he beat. And when it comes times to fight me, I know what I can do. And that's all that matters. Plain and simple. When they asked him about who does he think win that fight, he said, hey, if I'm honest, I really don't, it doesn't matter. I don't mind. Whoever win. I'll be waiting to see the winner. Simple. Plain and simple. To the point. He's not sitting here talking about he won a body on his record, showing a bunch of hate, complaining about everybody. Look, Deontay Wilder is the most whiningest, cryingest, bitchiest acting fucking fighter I've ever seen, man. This dude is always in a fucking, like his mood, every time he's talking, Even when he's sitting there smiling, looking stupid, he's always finding a way to just bitch about everything and everybody. The whole boxing world is against him. You know, everybody's against Wilder. You know, everybody's a hater of Wilder. Wilder's just like I mean, bro, if you are as confident in yourself as the way as you try to make it seem when you talk to people like 7-8 Sports or Blue Blood or whoever, then you shouldn't be walking around here with such a chip on your shoulder. And the thing is, right, when people sit here, like, example, Andy Ruiz beat Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua came back in the rematch and boxed circles around dudes, smacked them all around the ring, right? And what's the first thing Deontay Wilder did? Opened his mouth. That man knocked you out, and all you trying to do is dance around and win a damn decision, and that'd been me? Okay. You've yet to come back and avenge your loss. And fact is, AJ didn't disappear for a year and become a fucking mute and make a bunch of excuses. He came back, got his titles back. Doesn't matter if you win by knockout or decision. And I'm pretty sure Anthony Joshua rather had knocked him out, yeah. But guess what? He won the fight. And he won the fight and made it look easy. You, on the other hand, you had voodoo put on you. You had your water poisoned. You got hit with an egg weight. You got hit with a bare knuckle. You know, I mean, the whole world turned against you. The Darrell brothers was against you. Jamal and Jamal was against you. Everybody was against you. You know, not once did you say, look, the better man won. That's okay. I'll be back. We get him next time. So now all these excuses, okay, cool. Here's the deal too. When you sit here and say, AJ talking all that shit, but he got beat by Ruiz. And guess what? Wilder talking all that shit, and he got beat the fuck up by Tyson Fury. So your point is what? And that's in reference to him saying Wilder's not an elite level fighter. Wilder's not an elite level fighter. I ask you guys this. Is Gerald Washington an elite level fighter? Is Duhampas an elite level fighter? Huh? Because I can give you some more names that was clearly outboxing this dude until he caught him. Now, the fact that he gets the win, that's what's important. But the point is, people look at Wilder and they're like, man, this dude be talking like he's so skillful and all he got is a fucking right hand, right? And they want to see this dude develop and all that. Now, me, I'm at a point, I really don't give a shit what happens with any of these guys. You know, you want to see the fighters develop because you want to see great fights. That's the whole point. You don't want to see these dudes coming in here half-assing it, you know what I'm saying, getting in the ring, not prepared and all that. But look, this is the video that they're talking about, okay? The man answered the question. But let me just show you some hypocritical shit. And I'm going to tie several points and I'm going to get into something else. First off, okay? Deontay Wilder, okay, doesn't want to fight Anthony Joshua. When they asked Deontay Wilder, I saw an interview when he's talking about Anthony Joshua don't want to fight me, but I don't blame him. I wouldn't want to fight somebody like me either. Then he turns around, he's asked the same question. If you beat Tyson Fury, do you want Anthony Joshua next? You know what that motherfucker said? Oh, absolutely. But they're already making excuses. They talk about, mandatory. How is him fighting his mandatory an excuse? Did you turn down your mandatory? Huh? Did you turn down your mandatory in Bermain Stavern to fight Anthony Joshua? Did you turn down your mandatory and Dominic Brazil to fight Anthony Joshua? Or anybody of any real value of that, for that matter? No, you didn't. No, you didn't. So he's supposed to not fight because of you? Anthony Joshua said he want to readjust, his training to, gear up for Usyk because completely different style from what he was preparing for in Fury. So they're talking about initially they wanted to fight in August. So to fight Usyk, he's talking about pushing it back to maybe September. Okay, we know that this fight with Fury and Wilder is supposed to be, in July. So it's only 2 months away. 2 months apart, rather, from when Usyk and AJ fight. So there's no reason at all that Wilder and AJ, whoever wins, if Wilder was to win, or if whoever, that they can't fight December, January. There's no reason. No reason. He's already setting up his excuse to not fight Anthony Joshua. Y'all probably didn't catch that. Okay? When you ask a person, do they want to fight somebody, and they're like, yo, I want that fight most definitely. You know, like, bottom line is, no matter how you feel about that person, you want the world to know, bottom line, I want that fight most definitely. We need to make this happen. Let's do it. All that, you know, they're making excuses. How they making excuses? What the fuck? Do y'all realize that this man is so deluded? He just say shit. Stuff that didn't even happen. I wouldn't be surprised if you were standing on a street corner with Deontay Wilder and that motherfucker just went, oh shit, y'all see that? Godzilla and King Kong fighting right there. You see that shit? His minions would be like, yeah, oh shit, I see it. Yo, Godzilla winning too. Yo, you see that shit? They'll see it too. The real ones won't see that shit though. This dude just sees shit that ain't even there. He's making up bullshit. They're making excuses already. First of all, you're not even in negotiations. You turned down $100 million, and when y'all bring up that bullshit $50 million, we already know the difference in the stories and that shit. So that's irrelevant. We already know. So when you're saying he don't want to fight you, he's already making excuses. Okay, you're making an excuse. What Wilder's going to do if he wins? He's going to fight some fucking meatball instead of Anthony Joshua. And he's going to try to fuck the timetable up to where he can get it in with somebody that, you know, somebody that he shouldn't be from. Maybe he'll have a third fight with Ortiz. You know, Ortiz was boosted up in the WBO to number 7. Wilder and Charles Martin are no longer there. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they stop paying their sanctioning fees or whatever. Who knows? Who cares? You know what I'm saying? But maybe he winds up fighting Ortiz again. You know, who knows? But I don't see him fighting Anthony Joshua. I don't think he wants to fight Anthony Joshua. I don't think he wants to fight Dillian Whyte. And you know what's so funny? The WBO, okay, for any sanctioning body that Wilder is in, and AJ holds that title, let's not forget something. This is the man that said, everybody know that all them other belts don't mean nothing. The most prestigious belt is the green belt. Everybody know that. You know what I'm saying? So all them other belts don't mean nothing. So what you think, he had to change of heart? All of a sudden. Now, he was talking about one face, one champion, one name. We know that's some bullshit. So all of a sudden, now y'all think he's just hungry for all the titles? I hope so. I hope so. I really hope so. But at the end of the day, he got to get past Fury first for any of that to happen. And again, I'm going to point out the hypocrisy where he have all this mouth and talk. He's only doing solo interviews, meaning there's not a crowd of people in the room. I ain't talking about his friends, his wife, and no, I'm talking, there's no media there. He don't want that. He wants to dodge and duck and not answer any questions. Please believe that man tell whoever he's interviewing, don't ask me about this. We ain't going to talk about that. And he's choosing who he talked to. And if you notice, every interview he has, they're talking to him like they're nut hugging him. They're not asking him anything to put him on the spot. Try to, but look, I don't understand it. No, everything he says is golden to them. So that's by design. So he's using platforms to just be heard. If that motherfucker was so focused, remember all that? Remember his minions? No, man, champ ain't gotta say nothing. See, Deontay about that business. He gonna do all this talking in the ring. Time for talk done, like he said. See what I'm saying? That's all he doing is talking now. He won't shut the fuck up. You understand what I'm saying? So what if it was really about what he said at that press conference? Like I said, this motherfucker beat you with white privilege. Like you told AJ, right? That man knocked you out. Yeah. That man beat you with white privilege. That man bust you upside your head with an egg weight. That man hit you with an empty bare knuckle glove. That man spiked your water, did all this, and you won't say nothing at the press conference? Double standard for you, bro. Yeah. You sat there and didn't say nothing. This is the most emotional, complaining, whiniest little motherfucker I ever met. Not met, but I've never seen another fighter like this dude, man. This dude is just always bitching and complaining about everything. No matter how the interview start off or how whatever, when he starts talking, it's like everything just bothers this dude, man. So I'm listening to him talk, and I said, you know what's so funny? We all saw him, witnessed him sit there with them big doofy ass headphones on, like a fucking 8th grader, bopping his head looking stupid, wouldn't talk at his own press conference, scared to talk. Let's make it known. Scared to talk. I don't want to have to answer questions. I don't want to further make a fool of myself. So I'm going to sit here and just make an ass out of myself because I'm good at that. But if I talk, it's going to be worse. And also, I know Fury going to say some shit and I'm going to look stupid because I'm not going to have any real answers for it. And bottom line, he know they're going to ask about that proof that he was talking about. Oh, there's going to be questions. You wouldn't even look Fury in the face into that bullshit stare down. Standing there for 6 fucking minutes looking like fucking idiots. You and your boys jumped Dominic Brazil in the lobby of a hotel. Dominic Brazil ain't did nothing to you. Y'all just had words. But you claim Fury tried to take your life in the ring. And you ain't say nothing. So anybody who offered you an interview, asked to do an interview, you know what you should have said? Listen, I'm not doing any interviews. Right now, I'm focused on beating Fury's ass. And that's all. No talking. Y'all gonna see what I got to bring come fight night. And even if you was gonna decide to do a punk ass interview, it wouldn't matter if you would have spoken and said what you had to say to this motherfucker at the press conference, but you ain't say nothing. When they asked you about Anthony Joshua or any other fighter, if you was focused on Fury like you claim and your stupid fucking minions seem to believe, you would have said, listen, I'm not focused on Anthony Joshua or nobody else right now. The only fighter I'm focused on is Tyson Fury. And you would have had to leave that alone. Why? Because you plain and simply sat there and had nothing to say to his face. So to say it behind his back, to say it when he's not next to you, not in front of you, that just shows what kind of character you really are. And like Anthony Joshua said, I've been saying this for years. Other people have been saying this for years. It's because of the level of competition you've been fighting, why you've been getting away with that one-trick pony right hand bullshit. When you start to actually fight the elite fighters and people think you're going to go in there and walk through them, they start realizing like, damn, Deontay ain't knocking motherfuckers out like he used to. Yeah. That's what happens when you step up and fight elite guys. At the end of the day, this man make up lies and just say shit that ain't true because his minions make him feel like he can do that. He got their support. So when he jump on all these channels and he's lying and saying shit and his followers are sitting up there big up in them, that's all good. Y'all can, whatever. But at the end of the day, he's going to have to back that shit up in the ring. Now, I really don't care who won the fight between him and Fury. But in all honesty, them heavy ass feet, them chicken legs, them that lazy, y'all impressed by a motherfucker jumping rope and hitting pads. Let me just tell y'all something. You really can't tell shit by a motherfucker hitting pads. It's hand-eye coordination, and you can throw with some speed or whatever. You got hand speed and look flashy and look impressive to people, but you can't judge that on how he's going to throw punches in the ring. Okay, if you motherfuckers ever saw me hit the bag, I hit the bag the way I would actually throw punches in an actual fight. Because that flashiness and all that, it looks good in training, but hitting mitts, hitting the bag, none of that shit. The most with the bag, you can go, yo, that motherfucker fast, or he got power, man. He moving that bag or whatever, but you ain't seen no sparring yet. I don't even care because I ain't watching the fucking fight anyway when it happened. But at the end of the day, you guys that are sitting there, this motherfucker, listen, let me tell you something. Anybody trying to defend the way he jumped rope, you don't know what the fuck you talking about, and you ain't shit either. Okay, because I can tell Deontay Wilder the way he jumped rope, first off, his legs is too fucking scrawny. Okay? One thing about a motherfucker who skip rope a lot, your legs, you got some size to your calves. And even if your calves are not really huge, they'll be cut up. That motherfucker got scrawny chicken legs, man. They're like he got polio on his fucking legs. Watching him with all that, yeah, I'm like, yeah, he's a beginner. Ain't no fucking way in hell that man been jumping rope all this fucking time. And you got guys like Blue Blood talking about Boxing Ego, they showed the video of Deontay skipping rope debunks Mark Breland's claim about him not being able to jump rope and you could tell that motherfucker just learned how to jump rope, man. You could, I bet you that motherfucker just learned how to do it, okay? Or and let's say if he was never really good at it. All he was doing was a simple little cross. He was doing this shit more than anything else. And just jumping. That's beginner shit. That's beginner shit. You ever seen Floyd Mayweather jump rope? You ever seen Sugar Ray Leonard jump rope? You ever seen Nito Donaire jump rope? No. It's certain things that you do and it clicks. It just, that dude, anyway, that's not important anyway. But what I'm saying is you guys are getting so fucking creaming your pants over some fucking boxing drills. Just little drills, just shit, not even seeing what he's going to, you guys can see what happens. And like I said, I may catch a replay or, whatever, whether it's the same night, next day, 2 weeks later, whatever the fuck it may be, or whatever, however it's going to be. But the guy's a liar and he makes up shit. And like I said, he's already planning his escape right now, using Anthony Joshua versus Usyk as a reason. Okay, that, we didn't fight because he had a manager. I ain't waiting for him. His minions going to sit there and applaud everything he say. Now, enough said on him and that situation. Jamal Charlo. I like Jamal Charlo as a fighter. Him and his brother. But I got to call bullshit on Jamal Charlo. Okay, and I give you guys boxing news, and I got no problem with doing this. See, when I say something about Wilder or any other fighter who shows bullshit, oh man, but y'all hating, which I don't give a shit what y'all think. Y'all know y'all go straight to hell with that. I don't care about none of that. I'll say what I want to say anyway. And like I always say, none of you going to do nothing about it. So stop with all that. I don't care. You can hit the thumbs down. You can, whatever. That shit don't bother me, man. You know what I'm saying? I'll control you sissies anyway. Okay? Because I like hurting your feelings. So when you do hit the thumbs down, thumbs up to you. Because you give me what I want. Because I know, I pissed one of them motherfuckers off. Your soft asses in here getting emotional over another man. Anyway, that's on you. Jamal Charlo. Okay, you fought Montiel. And people said it was a close fight. No, it was no close fight. No, it was no close fight. Jamal Charlo dominated. He won that fight. Unanimous decision. It was a good fight. Montiel came to fight. It was a lot of excitement because he was getting hit with bombs and he got hurt several times and Charlo couldn't finish him. He couldn't finish him. Now, as far as Charlo getting hit with some shots, well, it's boxing. You're going to get hit. That is boxing, man. Like that is not even an issue. I mean, we just seen Ryan Garcia get dropped against, Luke Campbell. He got up and he won, right? We seen Devin Haney. Devin Haney got hit with some shots by Linares, and look, he didn't even go down. And people was talking about, oh man, he fought an old man. Oh, now all of a sudden Linares is an old man, but before that, this is gonna be his toughest fight to date. Well, see, here's the thing: Devin Haney fought who was available because Ryan Garcia, who was his mandatory, decided he wanted to go fight Pacquiao in an exhibition, and that never happened. Okay, then he was supposed to be fighting Teofimo Lopez, and then that didn't happen. And then all of a sudden, he was supposed to fight Fortuna. He announced it. Then all of a sudden, I'm going through mental health issues and I'm going through something. I need you guys to show me support and love. Fuck out of here, man. So Haney is in the position of, I got to fight who's here, man. I'm going to keep active. I'm not going to sit back and not fight because these guys don't want to fight me. That's what that is. Okay. Clearly, Jamal Charlo can't stand Demetrius Andrade and he doesn't want to fight him. I don't think Jamal Charlo is afraid of Demetrius Andrade. I don't think Demetrius Andrade is afraid of him. I think Jamal Charlo need to get off that bullshit, making excuses about how he hate him and he don't want to help him make money. Well, that you hate him, that should give you more incentive to go punch him in his face then. Go punch him in his ribs. punch him in his hips and his shoulders, you know, break him up, knock him out, go take his belt. What I think is this. Fighters coming into any division, you want to be great. I don't know why people don't want to unify their divisions. Now, you can win one title, hold on that one belt, hold it hostage, and fight a bunch of meatballs and make a decent living. See, the sad reality, okay, the sad truth of what happens with a lot of fighters, a lot of athletes, period. Once they become rich, they start to lose that hunger. They still got the hunger, they got the talent, but they lose that hunger to really compete with the top guys. And it takes something, an extra incentive to get them to get that mojo back. You know what I'm saying? There's no reason for him to not fight Demetrius Andrade. Demetrius Andrade is desperate because he's popping up at people's press conferences. He's done that before. Calling him out, saying he did it to Jamal before. Because these guys won't fight him. He's in the same situation as a Terrence Crawford, as a Gary Russell. Well, sort of with a Gary Russell. Gary Russell kind of does that shit to himself too. But at the same time, unify your division. Then you are clearly the king at 160. Nobody can take that from you. You can defend your titles, or you can go up into a different weight class or whatever it's going to be. But these bullshit excuses, you know, and making a hypocrite out yourself. I was like, come on, Jamal, you sound stupid, man. What the fuck are you saying? You going to sit here and say, well, I'm not a matchmaker. When the guy's asking, you know, look, you want to fight Demetrius Andrade. Now, it's a question I can understand. But to say, look, I'm not a matchmaker. But then you're going to turn around and say, Demetrius Andrade got to go fight Montiel first. He beat him. Then me and him can fight. Look, man, I'm going to say this right here, and I'm saying it right now. When he fought Montiel, it wasn't the challenge of Montiel. I just was watching boxing. You have a purpose and you have a cause. Whoever he fights, I want to see Jamal win. Okay? If he fights Demetrius Andrade, I'm pulling for both of them. It's one of them things that I like both of them as fighters. But let me say this, okay? If Jamal Charlo, next fight, is against a meatball, I'm not going to tune in to watch that shit live. Like I said, certain fights I might just catch the replay just because it's boxing. But I'm not going to, I just can't be a part of this circus shit. There's no reason for Jamal Charlo, bro. There's no reason for you to not fight Demetrius Andrade. Stop with the bullshit excuses. You need to fight the best guys in your division. And if you're not going to do that, you got to stop talking that shit, all that Lions only and all this, you know, you the best 160 pound in the world. Because you know what? I truly believe you can beat all these guys at 160. But I don't know if you really believe you can. Because you can't give an actual reason as to why you're not fighting Demetrius Andrade. You giving excuses, man. And this shit needs to stop with all these motherfuckers. Get these belts, hold them hostage, and fight a bunch of meatballs. I applauded you for beating, Derevianchenko. I know you can fight. That's the whole thing. That's why I like Jamal Charlo as a fighter, because I know he can fight. He showed me he can fight. But your choice in opponents, man, like this shit is ridiculous. We don't want to see you fight another Montiel caliber fighter, man. And you really should be embarrassed when you got names that you know is better. Montiel's been knocked out before. Dude got 4 fucking losses. This guy's much better than Montiel that you can fight. So why are you not fighting these guys? So again, I'm not going to sit here and give Jamal Charlo or nobody else, whether it's Anthony Joshua, I don't give a fuck who it is. If it's Muhammad Ali, if it's Floyd Mayweather, if it's Ray Leonard, if it's Ray, I don't care who you are. You don't get a free pass. I would like to see Jamal Charlo step his game up and fight the best fighters in his division. He needs to unify. You're 31. Demetrius Andrade is 33, 34. Time is not on your side, man. To keep sitting there waiting like you got all the time in the world. Before you know it, somebody who you expected to kill in that ring will end up beating you before you even get the chance to cement your legacy by saying, I beat the best in my division. Father Time beat me. And I wound up losing to somebody else because, hey, man, I stayed too long, but you can't take away from what I've already done. But when people are still waiting for you at 31 years old to have, keep building your legacy and your resume up to where, okay, you do have a list of top fighters, not just respectable fighters, but top fighters. And you're not fighting the top guys, man. You did with Derevianchenko, but we can't just keep going by that. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to get that off my chest. Never fall in love with lies. Remember, the truth brings hate out of people, and I will catch y'all on the next video.